Hello, Faith. So when I'm going to make this video, and it's very important you watch the whole thing. So watch the whole thing. But if you're getting overwhelmed, or the other Faith is coming out, or a split is happening, I want Faith to watch it. So I don't want the other person to watch it. So you need to watch the whole thing, because this might be very important for the rest of your life. And you're going to hear stuff you don't want to hear here. You're going to hear the truth, but you need to hear it. Faith, no one wants to just throw you out onto the street or anything like that. Not one person involved in this situation. However, you're doing the cycle, which you did when I found you. And I'm just going to even point this part of the cycle out. And if it's wrong, if you think I'm wrong, I don't care. This is what it is, just on the surface level. When I found you, you were kind of over Brian a little bit. Brian came back, or whatever happened. I don't know exactly what happened. You went back to Brian. I got left. You then went back to me once Brian fully discarded you, or you discarded Brian, or whatever happened. That's what's happening right now, Phantom. And that's not even the main purpose of this video, but just think about the cycle. Like, your life isn't meant to go like this. Now I'm the old one that you need to choose to discard, and you're not able to fully discard. I've been stuck in this middle. And now Anton, I guess, started talking nice to you super again, and you went all the way back to him after you kind of went back to me for a little bit. But of course, we weren't dating, but you went back to me as like a sexual option, as a everyday talk, call, text option. And then you went back to Anton, and I got the shaft again when you, I guess he said something, you just kind of thought he was more interesting at this point. I'm not sure what your thought process is. But think about that. In 1 year, you did the cycle twice. So that's my thoughts on that. I know Anton's your favorite person now. I don't really care. And that you think he's great and all that. This is what you do. There's the honeymoon phase, the idealization phase. It falls through. You can't ask me to read up on what you have and then not apply that logic, because I never got it. What I got was you shifted from an anger BPD to more of a quiet BPD, and you've checked every box of quiet BPD with your actions, every single box. When you read up on BPD right now, it's like that's Faith when it comes to quiet BPD. And I'll give you an example over there, and maybe you'll actually see it and recognize it. Look, this thing's gotten complicated. The string has really played itself out unless there's a change. You don't want to leave here. You might like him better than me. That's fine. You do not want to leave here, because if you go up there, and you might move up there with him, or if you go up to Lafayette, you have nothing. You know that. So that's why here has been nice. And you know, up until today, you knew that there's a bunch of people here that loved and cared about you. And you knew that I was your ultimate fallback if you ever needed a fallback. Well, that has to end. So this video, the point is, I'm going to point some stuff out to you, say what I think can be done, and if you don't want to do those things, okay. If you do, awesome, we can work from there. But let me just get into it fully here. We can't do it. We can't do this as a family. You keep thinking that your BPD is under control. Untreated BPD has roughly 0% success rate of a relationship. You should know this. You're not special. You're not irreplaceable in that regard. You will fail too. With me, Anton, Brian, it doesn't matter who, you will fail. You have untreated BPD. And no treatment that anyone's going to get you, I think, is going to be enough. We've been willing to work on you with it, and you've kind of shown no interest to do it. Because I didn't get it that bad, which, again, already addressed. BPD isn't just anger and screaming and doing that. It's how you process things. It's why this is probably going to be making you mad. But, this is the truth. You're spiraling again. Simple. You're finding a new favorite person. You're getting angry about the old ones around you. You're spiraling. really badly. And I don't think you can notice it. And I tried to point out to you not too long ago, and you got mad. You don't sound the same. Honestly, you don't talk the same. I mean, I'm tired of getting glared at. Especially when I've never done anything to you at this point. Like, what you've done to me is way worse in terms of, like, if nothing, it should be tit for tat. We were a team the whole time, but I understand you don't view it as a team, I don't think. And I'm done of doing this. I'm not doing tit for tat. I've been doing stuff to try to have a relationship with you, and you shut me down at every turn, other than when the times you wanted me. And you came over, and then after the fact, you make you come up with a reason why you didn't, because you feel shame, I guess. I'm done with that. There's some stuff I want to point out here, but here we go. So, addressing all your concerns. You're going to have the honeymoon phase with me about a month in to moving here. This list you made, which I've been trying to keep in mind how much hard you worked, you did once, and you cleaned the house for about a month, cooked for about a month, and then gave up, and then I was needed for everything. That's what happened. You essentially took, you take, until you don't take anymore, and you're done with that person, and that person is worn out, and then worn out's what led to our situation. Just being tired. And I love you, but you have the expectation to be given everything. You have the expectation to be given everything with the ability to provide nothing past a certain point when you just give up. Like I said, the novelty of you was fun. The sex with you was fun because you. Siri's talking. Or Alexa's talking. The sex with you is fun, but the novelty of those two things wear off when you weren't being a partner at that point. I know you think you did things for me. If you actually look back, you didn't. I did way more than you and just got you sweet tea. Made sure your Christmas was nice. Made sure you had a place to stay a few nights. When I came up to you, what else to do? I was going to bail you out. I made sure you had this house over your head, and yes, I know it was bought for me. I paid the rent on it. I bought food for you. Like healthy food so you can eat good and not, eating Spam. And I did a lot more for you. Honestly, it's been so long, I forgot. But I know I freaking was catering my every day to what you wanted, which that alone takes some effort. I catered every day what you wanted from roughly about the time you came back until a few weeks ago. So that's what I did for you. I don't know what you did for me in that time, what was equal. Sorry. I think you tried for a month or 2 months, and then you gave up. So that's addressed. So this relationship was not terrible for you, and you felt trapped or anything like that, which I'm sure you've maybe convinced yourself. I'm not sure. Essentially what happened is you freaking are emotional abuser when you let the thing take over. And I'll read off some things. I just want you to think what you do, and then you just are shocked when people shut down. But here's a list of, and you need to hear this. Here's a list of things that people with BPD do during relationships. And this is also usually used as a guide for people, an official guide on what to do, when to start wanting to get out when you're when your person has BPD. So me, humiliating or embarrassing you. You try to do that. Constant put downs. Hypercriticisms. Refusing to communicate. Yep, that's you. Even though you say, I can't communicate. It's hard to communicate when you shut down. It only makes me annoyed. Ignoring or excluding you. You do that. Extramarital affairs. Well, we weren't married, but the Gavin and Connor stuff, and some of those were pretty sus. Provocative behavior of opposite sex. Sometimes. Use of sarcasm or unpleasant tone of voice all the time. Unreasonable jealousy. Extreme moodiness. Mean jokes are constantly making fun of you, which I could take that one, but extreme moodiness is definitely domination of control, withdrawal of affection, guilt trips, making everything your fault, isolating you from friends and family, constant calling and texting you when you're not with him or her. That's you. And that's what I was dealing with. And that's what I've been willing to put up with and put my life back into. So that's a lit. And I want to point something out. You're starting the cycle again with a new guy. That's fine. I'm not even jealous of him. I almost pity him. Because he doesn't know what's coming his way. I'm going to give you the option to stop the fucking cycle. Look up Aldon Smith. Aldon Smith. He died, very, very good football player who died 2 nights ago. He had BPD, Faith. He was given way more than you were given in life. And it was arrest, jail, arrest, jail. Came back to the league, arrest, jail, dead. At 36. Brandon Marshall, football, my receiver, as growing up as a kid, same thing, has BPD. Was out of control. Everyone just used to always go, he's so out of control because he was. Arrest, divorce, arrest. Got stabbed in the heart by a second wife. Stabbed right here. Or chest, sorry, not heart. Anyway, that's when you realize I gotta get control of this or I'm gonna die. 30% of our female population in prison has BPD, 35% of our male percent has BPD. Untreated BPD will wreck your life and you're letting it. You need to get treated. Untreated BPD will lead you to jail, death, or a constant cycle of new situations, which will lead in homelessness because this is what has happened to you. I'm not sure if your mom has BPD. You're doing what your mom's doing right now. You're essentially hopping to guy, and that situation will be your living situation. That's what's happening, Faith. And you don't like to hear that. That's what's going on with you right now. And that's very sad for everyone in this family to see because no one wants to see you like that. I think everyone in our family kind of puts you in a higher regard than that, but you can't fool us anymore when that's what you're literally doing. So I'm going to give you the option and actually think about it instead of just immediately saying no. I will give you the option, if you would like to come back here, get in treatment and stop the freaking cycle, man. What's going to kill you, and it will kill you, I'd be willing to do it, but you'd have to get help immediately. So actually think about it, and if no, you're gone. We're going to address what you can keep in terms of stuff you've been given. That you're cut off from Pat, my family, everything. It's a severing of the cord. That is our discard at that point. If you'd like to come back here and work things out, I'd be happy to do it. But there's no going back. There's no hoovering. You'll be gone forever at that point. And I really think we should start collecting some of the stuff that you clearly did not appreciate and wasted that you've been given. I'm giving you the chance, Faith. I'd like you to take it because I think you getting treatment can be a really, really good person. I'm not dealing with other Faith anymore. I won't be dealing with Faith anymore unless she gets treated and she wants to stay. Yeah, and I know right now you have an option, another option in your head, so you think that's fine. Actually think about this. Actually think about the quality of your life and what it could look like here with me, and you know I'm going to try for you, as opposed to what your future could look like. I know that's hard for you to do, but actually look at it. Because I love you, but the loves were very thin, and I've not received much love back. Even though you said you loved me 3 weeks ago, and less than that, 3 weeks ago, and now you gonna go, I don't know, finger paint with another guy. Yeah, and I'm sure you hooked up. Statistically, you're meant to hook up within the first 3 times. So, I hope you think about it. I need a response. If not, that's okay. Bummer, but you're gone at that point. You'll be blocked and everything. Our messages will be deleted. I'm going to lose your number. And maybe that's what you want. But look, I'm giving you a chance to, I can help take care of you. I can help get you into treatment. I found stuff on YouTube. I found stuff on workbooks you can do that should help. You untreated with this, it's impossible to have a good relationship. You'll never have a good relationship with anyone. That's not me being me. That's being a fact. That is a scientific fact. So if you want to stop the cycle of poverty, stop the cycle of boyfriend, and then when you get kicked out, you're completely lost. You have no situation to get back to. And then so you need to find a new one and rush into it. That's fine. If you want to keep that going, that's fine. I wouldn't do that personally. I don't think anyone in my family really wants you to keep doing that, but you wore everyone out and you're not getting help. And what do you want them to do? But watch this video. I hope I actually am speaking to Faith. Faith, I don't want you to go bye-bye, I guess. But, like, if you're not going to come back here, you need to, and never contact anyone in the Wade family ever again. You will be gone at that point, and you'll be pulled from pictures and that type of thing. It's just, that would be really upsetting, but, like, that is what it is. I can't have you masquerading in our lives when you're not getting help and you're not doing the goal, of actually trying. You're not trying. You're not trying to get back with me because you know I'm an option, and you can go view better option. You discarded me on the ship, kind of, and then you've hoovered around me the rest of this time. And yeah, I didn't handle everything great, but this thing kind of blows up your whole double standards thing. Yeah, so I'd like you to move back in here. You seemed really against it, but I really don't see a choice you had, because that's not gonna. I know you think Chicago's going great right now. Think back to me. Think back to Brian. Think back to all the others. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. You'll find an issue with him. He'll be gone. And depending if you're moving up there or you're still talking to him, and I assume what your plan is to keep going up there 6 times, whatever, and then you'll end up there. You have no way to get up there now. I think you moving back here would actually give you a freaking chance in life. Like, wouldn't you like just a chance to actually be successful in life and make some money and buy what you want and love how you want? And once relationship was, you want a deep emotional connection, which we have until you try to sever it. I think that would be great, and I'd be willing to look. I'll say this: it's not just about him; it's about anyone. No one loves you the way I love you. No one will love you as deeply as the way I love you, and no one's willing to work as hard for you and deal with the constant stresses that come with you and your disease as me. And everyone around you knows that. Go ask Pat or whoever. Everyone knows that. No, everyone thinks that I will work insanely hard for you, to the point where everyone around me is like, I'll just actually let her go and go find someone that you don't have to work as hard with. But I've been willing to work hard with you, and you've been kind of spitting in my face. This is your last chance. Take it, or you leave. You don't have the car. And good luck, with the other thing. But you have to go at that point, because you have spit in my face last time, and this has been gotten too much. You played your last hand of you controlling this thing. This is now your last hope of control. Come here, and it'll go good, and we'll get you treatment, and it can go really good if you want, and you can finally have the calm life that I'm sure is somewhat appealing until the other one steps in. Or you can go and back into the unknown, and who knows what's going to happen, but it won't be us. We're not going to help with the hospital bill, which they'll come after you for eventually. and all this stuff, we're not going to foot the bill on that, and the toll road and all that, which you knew about. So make your decision. I will be really bummed out if you decide not to come back, but you'll make which maybe that'll make you just not want to do it, but I'm not going to be bummed out past today. So make the decision to come here and be loved, or make the decision to leave, go up to Lafayette with no way to get back up to Chicago, and see how that goes for you. Because it's not going to go good. You're fine living in a homeless shelter because it's something you can control. That's not a way to live. It's not. That's a nice shelter. It's not a way to live. And I'm tossing all this stuff when you're gone. So, most people rightly like their possessions and would like to have a calm, safe life. I personally am sacrificing really my chance to have a calm life for you, and you've not been very appreciative of that. But again, this is the last chance. 20-minute video, not as long as I thought it was going to be. Please watch this whole thing and please respond. Like I said, actually think. You're in the motel tonight. Actually think what your life could look like with me as opposed to anyone else. Okay? And again, he may be a great guy until you flip on him in 4 months. He won't make it. He won't last past the year. And that's not a slight against him. That's a really thing on you. But he's not going to try to dedicate help for you. He doesn't know what you have yet, I assume. Or he doesn't understand the full diagnosis. So watch this. Think about it. Respond to it. And actually decide what's better for Faith's life in the long term instead of just short term once. Think about what can actually be done for you here and what I'd do for you. And what we would do for you if you were more manageable. But we're not going to deal with the gaslighting, the manipulation, the emotional abuse, and the half-truths. And that me saying all this probably makes you think, I got to get out of here. Don't let Faith, do not let BPD win. Do not become a statistic. Okay? You come here, you have a really good chance of not becoming a statistic. And we'll work on it. If you don't come here, you are bound to become a statistic, and it's one reason we haven't wanted to let you go this whole time. But you finally got to that point. You're not smarter than someone with BPD. You're not crafty or anything. You are smart. You have BPD. It also makes you completely irrational. And you've proven that over and over between the expelling, the jumping out of the car, the fight your mom, the Brian. There's plenty of times where you just come up with excuses for the reasons you're in a bad situation. That's how you become a statistic. Okay? So, think about it. And get back with me. Like I said, come here, have a good life, or probably become a statistic. And I know you still love me, in a way. And I know you just can't cross that bridge in your head. Well, this is a time where you need to cross that bridge or get out, and your life probably drops significantly. No, I want you to finish school. I want you to be able to get into Ivy Tech and get a degree or whatever you want to do. That goes away when you leave here. And that's not just a me thing. That's like you won't pick up school. You won't do all this. You never have. You've never had the time to, and I don't think you really have the interest to unless it's laid out for you. So that's my video. Please watch it, actually, the whole thing. Actually think about it. Don't just turn nasty. And please respond. Because we can make it work, or you're gone, I move on with my life, and your life goes back to what it was, which was not good. And by the way, I know you're close to the apartment. You didn't want that apartment. I have texts of you telling me you didn't want that apartment. But that's that. Please respond. I would like to make it work with you, but you have to get treatment. And I don't want you to become spiraling. You're spiraling out of control. You're going to become a statistic again. And yet again, you're doing the same cycle right now you did with me and Brian. So please think about how that's not normal in life. And I know that's your instinct, but Let's stop it. Stop it. Get some help. Get your life under control. You're 22. You always tell me you're 22, so that means you're older. You don't have to go back to your ex-boyfriends like you did previously. How about at 22, instead of doing that, you acknowledge that there's some fault with you, fix it, and actually go with the one person that you know will probably fight for you no matter what. Because I fought for you past a lot of fucking emotional abuse here, which is what you do. And that person's willing to fight for you and put up with you. So how about you accept that as a sign that you should get on track? This is your best chance to get on track. Okay? This is your best chance to get back on track. I repeated things now. I don't care if it annoys you. Think about your life and think about the mess it's in right now and think about how all that mess could be avoided if you just swallow a little bit of pride, come back here, and get some help. Okay? I think this is a perfectly reasonable video. I'm not saying anything crazy. I would say I've been advised to say stuff like this by experts. So if you want to come here, come here. If not, and keep the car, keep everything nice that you just acquired and that you love so much, and the status, everything, or leave, and we'll see ya, and don't contact us again. And sorry about that, but I'm gonna post this video now, and yeah. By the way, so I contacted Anton to let him know if you want your stuff, you can have it. I'm sure he believes everything you told him, and that's why you like him right now, is because you can lie to him. My PS is, you emotionally abused me. You mentally abused me. You abused this family. None of what we've given you, you've reciprocated. You've not returned any value. You've just taken from us. I think Faith is a good person. However, I think Faith is extremely complicated. And like Faith, unfortunately, Faith's emotions rule all, which is not how anyone else thinks. Not everyone else lets their emotions just take over and have autopilot. You do that. And the way you know how to get back to normal is by running away from anything and not trying to fix it. There's no fixing things with you. I don't even mean the relationship, I mean in general. You just run. You run from it. That's emotionally immature, and I would beg you to act like an adult. You're in a hotel room right now, or a motel room, again, because you got kicked out of some place. That's not normal. I'm asking you to put the stop to it. You don't know what you want with your life. You wanted to meet your dad. You had the chance to meet your dad. You ran from it. You wanted to be with me and tons of other people. You ran from it. For some good reasons, for some bad reasons. You can demonize me, Brian, or whoever. Fact is, I think most of them end in because you drive people to their bone. You emotionally abuse me. You mentally abuse me. You never cared for me. You never cared on a deep emotional level for me. It's been shown again and again and again by your actions post-relationship, during the relationship, and pre-relationship. You know, Anton's already unknowingly gone through the phase where I went through, where you get blocked or unblocked, or you kind of message me, but it's on your time throughout the day, and if he doesn't respond in 5 minutes, then it's an issue, or if he calls you and you call him and he misses it, it's an issue, which you've done to me in every stage. Even though I've never really missed anything of yours, because I've always been trying to make you not worry. So yeah, again, you can hate me and leave. I've only catered my entire life to you. And there was just, you found stuff to not like, but I've catered my life to you. And I respect the response no matter what, but I catered my life to you. I'm still willing to make it work, which gets you the help you desperately need. I will be better at the boyfriend things, and we can move on with a healthy relationship, which would be new for both of us. And I think we could be really good at it, because I liked when I asked you out on the football field. It was a really good moment, but honestly, we have not had enough of those in a long time to justify you sticking here and doing what you do to other humans. Because we're not toys. None of us are your toys in your sandbox. You're living in our sandbox. You live in the world. You don't live in your own world. And people don't have to put up with you if they don't want to anymore. And I have tried to give you every chance, and essentially, and we'll have talks, and then you shut down the talk, and then nothing gets done. And you've already admitted several times. The first time we talked about Anton, you're like, well, we could get back together. And then you deny. Not happening anymore. You're responding to this, so please respond, or that I can't say that there's going to be consequences of what you're going to come back to, what's actually yours, which I don't want to do that, but you forced our hand. No one wants this. My mom doesn't want this. I don't want this. You burned everyone else out. They would accept you again if you actually, were with me, but you were part of this family as my girlfriend. I messed up. Again, double standard, but I did mess up. And I've been trying to get you back. I'm doing everything to get you back. And you spin in our faces at every chance, and you spin in our face doing this. So you need to respond to me. I would love you to come back. Let's have some positive dialogue. Wouldn't it be nice to have positive moments again? And not have to chase around everyone, and you kind of know the quantity of me, which is he loves me and he'll do anything for me. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Well, that's what I am. And that's kind of what most people would want. And you find me attractive, all this stuff. I don't care what you say that you do because you were committed to it. There's been some complications the last 6 months. A lot of it's on you. So this house is your house if you want it. You'll have a stable living situation again. Let's do this together instead of going our separate ways, because the second we go separate ways, I'm not letting you Hoover back. We'll never speak again. You're not speaking to anyone again. So please, Faith, come back. I want you back here. I handle this very maturely. There's some stuff I'm going to get off my chest. This is a little bit long. I'm sorry. I had to make a few different parts. But you're in a motel room. Your life is going downhill again. Let's put it up. Let's bring you back here. And wouldn't it be nice to finally have like a life, Faith? Wouldn't it? Because what you're chasing right now, and even if he's great, is going to end badly. And how are you going to do when you're homeless in Chicago with no way to get back? And how's this relationship going to go now that you can't get up there all the time? Or when you want? And last thing I would say, I worked extra hard for you. So, I was coming up to you, and that's not normal. You could say it's getting more and more normal. That wasn't normal. I wasn't coming up and like going back or like coming up and spending the night at your place. I was financing the place where we could stay. So, So, if you want to come back, great. I expect a response no matter what. But yeah, if you want to be an adult and work on things, let's do it. If you don't want to be an adult, I still expect a response, and you're not going to like what's going to happen if I don't get a response, honestly. Because I don't think at that point you're being an adult, so I'm not going to treat you like an adult anymore.